Hey basketball coaches and basketball players, today I'm going to be breaking down different Boston Celtics transition basketball plays, and some of these are simple enough and easy enough to really run at any level of basketball. Let's get down to the clipboard, let's check out these amazing basketball plays. So this first play is a simple 5-out set, and all you're doing is coming down, having players along the wings, 3 players up top, very simple. Now, what we're going to see here is your biggest player down the middle. You're going to have a guard on each side. From there, you're going to have your big man set a screen for your guard, and your guard is going to go up for a shot. Now, the great benefit to this play is now, after that pass to the other guard, this player could either pop or roll towards the basket depending on what his defender is doing. So what I mean by that is if this player is an unknown player to shoot many threes, but he's an actual good player of shooting threes, I would have him pop out, especially if his defender is really sagging down into a 2-3 style of defense. And even if this isn't a 2-3 style of defense, then he could roll towards the basket if he's bigger and possibly get a nice pass over top so that he can get a nice alley-oop or maybe a nice layup. Another option here is if the other team is setting up a 2-3 zone defense and you run this play where you've got a big man setting a screen here and your guard going up top, well, that's the trap location. So now these two zone players up top are going to be fighting around those screens and trying to defend that shot. If your man pops out and that screener pops out, this is going to be a nice wide open shot from the corner. And if that brings the baseline defender up, then you've got a player here who's cutting baseline, and that could be a nice easy pass down low. And that's actually what we see here. So we're coming down against a 2-3 zone defense. We actually have 2 players setting screens away, which is fine, but when we set that screen away, that secondary player setting that screen away, Kemba Walker, of course, he's a really good three-point shooter, but he could, see we have 2 players who are popping out on him, he could have actually hit, I think that's Marcus Smart, wide open for a 3-point shot. He could have faked that shot, passed it over for an uncontested shot along the wing. But he is a good shooter anyways, and he does knock, oh, he didn't knock that down. I thought he did. So this is the same play essentially. However, in this play, we twist. So we get that ball to Hayward, and then we turn around right away and set a screen on the opposite side. So the benefit to this is now that player now needs to fight around that screen, and we can have an open shot, or we now drop 2 defenders, and we should have a big man, the man who was screening, rolling down the middle of the key. And that should be wide open every single time. However, if the defense plays help defense and cuts off that pass to the low post, we will have a player who is wide open along the 3-point line who should be open for that shot. However, what we have here is just a drive towards the net. So here we are with the same screen away again. However, this time, what we're going to go for is a pass over towards the big man who is now popping out. Now, what's going to happen here is we're going to set up a screen for your guard who just got rid of the ball or who dribbled the ball up the court, I should say. Now, he has 2 different options. He can use that screen and possibly hit a screen and roll player down the middle or a 3-point shot, or maybe even a dribble handoff with the big player. But what he can do is, again, read the defense. He can go and fake that he's going to go for the screen so that he can go backdoor on his player and hit that nice layup. So again, always reading and reacting. And here's a move for any player who is watching this video. If you're a player right now, or if you're a coach who has really quick guards, what you can do is teach them this move, which is fake going for that screen. If your player starts overplaying and trying to fight through that screen, go backdoor on him, and almost every single time you'll be open for a layup. So in this time, instead of having a screen for that other guard, what you're going to be having is now a double screen away for the player who is on that far side. So he's going to use that double screen, he's going to receive the pass, and he's going to pass back to that guard right away. This really messes with a lot of man-to-man defenses. When you do that, what's going to happen is this big man's going to turn around and now set a screen for your guard. And this really works if you've got a taller center like, well, what Boston has. Now he's going to set that screen, and of course we have a three-point shot here. He could have also dumped it over top to the big man rolling towards the basket. That would have ended up with probably a dunk. But you could also take that three-point shot as well. Now he probably should have gone for the big man because the big man was obviously absolutely wide open. But we all live by mistakes. He probably came back to this footage and seen what he should do next time. Now these are great plays to run with your team. They're simple, easy, and quick setups are really great to really get the momentum in the game going. If you're a team that really plays off of a quick offense or really plays off of the momentum, these are plays that you're going to want to implement, especially if you run a 4-out or a 5-out offense. If you can do some early offense, some quick hitters like these, you're going to be really running up the score quickly against many teams. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button and obviously subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.